Hello and welcome to the Extreme Z Podcast, the only Dokkan podcast making your favorite talk show format relevant again. I'm your host, Epic Mewtwo, aka Dokkan Assets.
And I'm your co-host, Kayvon.
Bro, were you sleeping at the wheel there, bro? What took you so long to come to the mic? You what?
Blame Discord, not me.
Oh, okay. Welcome.
So, when you were giving the intro, I heard everything pause and then it continued, so blame Discord.
Nice. I see. So Discord was sleeping at the wheel.
Like usual, let's be honest.
Rather unfortunate. It's all right.
How's everybody doing?
Yeah, how are y'all doing today? We are here for episode 51 of the podcast. Boy, that last one was a doozy, wasn't it, boys? Whew, that was good. I enjoyed that.
Very good. Glad how it turned out.
Yeah, it turned out really well. Also, considering I stayed up till 9 a.m. editing that, boy.
The sacrifice.
The sacrifices must be made for the greater good. But no, I'm glad that it turned out as well as it did. I was very excited. It was a great time. And we are here for episode 51. Now, there are a couple of funny things regarding episode 51 here. For one, we're talking about Dragon Ball Heroes again, and if you are a longtime fan of the podcast, Dragon Ball Heroes was actually the topic of the first podcast episode that we ever did, so it is quite fitting that it is
Throwback.
51 and not 50, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, it's episode 1, you get the point.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Anyway, though, so we're going to be talking about Heroes today. We have all kinds of different topics to discuss related to it. But the other thing I wanted to let you know real quick before we get into our usual news is the podcast might be getting a little makeover, a little new coat of paint coming up here. The art was not ready for this particular episode, which is okay because I feel like it's a good way to give this art a little bit of a send-off with an homage to the first episode of the podcast. But with everything changing on the channel to basically all being Dokkan Assets themed and Epic Mewtwo and so on and so forth, completely being phased out. Wait, Epic Mewtwo, who's that, bro?
Yeah.
I've never heard of him before.
I've never heard of him.
He doesn't exist anymore. But no, so with that being basically phased out beside the podcast art at this point, we figured it was about time for an upgrade. And what a better time to do it than episode 52 with giving a little homage with episode 51 to the first episode. And it's not just going to be me either, even though I am going to be having a sick fade. I'm going to be having some waves by the next episode. We also are giving Kayvon a little bit of an upgrade as well. So he'll be having... He'll be having some stuff. Funny enough, I guess, all things considered, the Nintendo vibe won't be going away. But I won't say more than that.
Fair enough. I guess you're right. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, I didn't really think of that till now either. But hey.
Oh, hey, it works.
Yeah. We gotta keep it, bro. We gotta keep it based at what really matters. At where we come from, our roots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, boys, let's go ahead and hop into the news. I think this time we actually don't have a lot. I know we literally say that like every single episode. By the way, if you would like to skip to the news section, I don't know why, or skip to the news section, skip through the news section after you hear me explain this part. I don't know why I haven't been doing this for the podcast up until now. I always put the timestamps for the news in the description, but I forgot that if you just like add multiple timestamps, it just makes like a table of context throughout the video.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on YouTube. It's like a newer feature type of meme. So
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know how it worked until the last episode when I looked into it, to be honest. So
Nice.
now you have a table of contents. Yeah, that's the right word. I almost said context. I mean, that'll never happen. No context is the funniest meme of the last century.
Fair.
Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the news. So, starting off with, of course, the good old Japanese version. There is probably going to be some stuff in here, by the way, that we talk about that isn't necessarily in like the actual Dokkan news, because other things kind of happen revolving around what happened in the actual news. So let's go ahead and get into it. First of all, starting us off, the good old Elder Kai banner has returned and reset, so that was pretty cool. All of the SDBH missions did get popped out of the old keys because they were getting some adjustments to their events in terms of drops and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. And obviously then we had the announcement of the whole Dragon Ball Heroes collaboration, like not officially confirmed because it was already officially confirmed in the celebration info for what we talked about last week. But we have the whole like shebang here. We got the, you know, the celebration info, we got the tickets, we got, you know, the some little bit of info, you know, that we're gonna getting like a Twitter celebration. What are those called? The SNS campaign. There we
Twitter
go.
campaigns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brain short circuited as I couldn't think of it. I'm sorry. We got the new chain battle as well since last time, where we fought. Who do we fight this time? Omega, right?
Yeah, on JPO's Omega.
Yeah, and it was awful.
Yeah.
Terrible. Honestly, this might have been my least favorite chain battle, and like, I don't know. We have a whole episode about chain battle if you want to go check that out. Link in the description if I remember. But, oh boy, this one was not good. So, yeah. It is what it is.
When are any of them good?
Yeah, bro, literally. Take those stones and run. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I do want to apologize a little bit, by the way, for this as well. We didn't actually have the opportunity to make a news video on this because, well, basically a bunch of things happened. We were going to make a news video on it, and then I think the data download came out for it, and then the summons came out for it, and so the video just didn't really make sense after a while. So apologies on that one that we didn't cover the news, because I really wanted to, especially considering, you know, I mean, like, y'all know how much it's in for Dragon Ball Heroes. So we're going to talk about it now, thankfully. All right, so let's get into it here. We have the login bonus missions. We do have the Dokkan Battle Present campaign. This, if you are unfamiliar, was basically the same thing that JP did during the 5th year anniversary. When you summoned on the 5th year anniversary banners, you were able to get some special tickets, and these tickets allowed you to enter a lottery with a chance to get some special items. Obviously, for 5th year anniversary, they're 5th annual related. And for this celebration, they were Dokkan related. I mean, kind of. They were Super Dragon Ball Heroes related. So that was very cool that got added back for JP players. Unfortunately, A, that did not come to global, and B, you could only actually enter this if you are in Japan, right? Or like you can receive the prizes in Japan. So we'll see. By the way, two things to note on this. One, I do actually have what all of them are for you. The homie Sir Loaf of Bread, who is actually on the game show episode from last time. Shout out to the boy. He came through to the stream and actually translated them all for me because I hit up the homie Garesh, who y'all know lives in Japan. And I actually asked him if he would be willing to pick up the prizes if I ended up winning by some miracle. And he said that if he was available, he would do it. So let's hope that will get made into a video, if anything. But all of the different variations of the prizes were basically some autographed illustrations. I believe those were by the voice actors. If you're watching the STBH live stream, you might be familiar with some of this stuff that I'm about to list. Super Saiyan 4 Vegito figure, Super Saiyan 4 Broly figure, Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Collectible Figure minifigures, Volume 3 and 5, respectively, a 4-pocket Dragon Ball Heroes binder, an SDBH Hero license set, which I believe is the, like, Bandai Namco pass that you essentially use to, like, access your account when you play the arcade game, the official sleeve Big Bang mission. No idea on that one. That's literally what it said. And the tournament pack set 1st to 10th set 10 piece. Very interesting. So those are all the things that you could get with that. It is kind of unfortunate that obviously if you don't live in Japan, you know, you couldn't get the items, but I mean, it makes sense considering it's a Japanese only thing. Like, you know, what do you expect? Nonetheless, though, cool that they're doing that again. It would be nice if you could use the tickets for something else, but obviously that is basically like only for people who don't actually live in Japan who play JP that would apply to, so I don't really see them doing anything else, because obviously for anybody who lives in Japan, I'm sure that they would be all over that. So Yeah. Cool stuff that they always are bringing that, or not always bringing that back, but cool stuff that they have brought that back again. Obviously, we had the Heroes banner go live again. As per usual, the Heroes banner was guaranteed featured unit. You love to see it. You love to see it. Yes, bless indeed. The featured units were the new Super Saiyan 4 Gohan, Bardock, Broly, and Vegito, and obviously the Daimao. There we go. Lord
There you
Deborah and Toa, and then the Awakenings, the characters that got Awakenings with the celebration for Heroes, that being the, oh boy, let me say their official name before I say what I call them. Black Mask King and Dark Mask King, I think is what they're called in game. I usually just call them Mask Saiyan Prince and Mask Saiyan King for simplicity's sake. And then the Final Form Demigra and the Super Mira, all those guys got Awakenings and they were featured as well. Kind of unfortunate from the perspective of, well, if you summoned last time, you probably had them. I mean, I had these guys all rainbowed when pulling on this banner. But I mean, obviously, if you didn't have them yet, good for you. And I will say, I obviously, a lot of this will be crossover with Global since this was a little bit of a dual campaign. But it is good for Global players, even though it's not that good for JP players, because the nice thing about these units is that since Global, sorry, I know I'm stealing your spotlight here a little bit, Kima.
No, go on ahead.
Pop off, King. I appreciate
JP news right now. You're good.
So basically a monkey, literally with this banner, but because Global didn't get any of the past banners and their first banner was the World Mission banner, meaning that everything that came out before the World Mission banner was left to be in the unfeatured pool of the SDBH banner. It is good for Global players that they were able to get these guys featured because, you know, well, it would have been a lot harder to pull them last time around because obviously, you know, they weren't new. So very good stuff there with those units. Obviously, the unfeatured pool was exclusively Dragon Ball Heroes units in terms of SSRs. You love to see it. That way you can literally just pull for what you want. I really, really hope that either they make the Heroes banners more consistent, which probably isn't going to happen, or they add these guys to the unfeatured pool. Unfortunately, it still doesn't look like that is going to happen, especially considering they literally said in all of the announcements and stuff that Vegito event was going to be a limited time thing. So it would make sense. What? What's that?
You hate to see it happen.
Yeah, for real. So it's kind of unfortunate for that perspective, or from that perspective rather, because then that means that they most likely won't be added to the unfeatured pool. Unless they pull a Gumku on Global where you literally just won't be able to awaken him for the time being. We'll see. We'll see. Honestly, even if that is the case, I would almost rather that be the case, just so that people would be able to pull them, even though it would be really unfortunate that you couldn't actually awaken it. The only way that we're going to know for sure if they're not in the unfeatured pool is whatever the next banner is on JP, which will most likely be Bojack, if they're in there or not. Most likely not, but, you know, I'm holding on to that last thread of hope, you know what I mean?
Brian.
By the way, let me see. Oh, actually, I'll go through the rest of the celebration before I mention the one thing that I actually that I missed for JP. Obviously, we got the Vegito event. We did get the most BS super sale that I've ever seen. This was not a super sale. It was literally a regular sale. The only thing preventing it from being a regular sale as opposed to a super sale was the fact that there was 490 stone packs on sale instead of 3 and 230 stone packs on sale instead of 1. It's so stupid how they do this because, like, the last sale that was on JP, banger. Oh my god, I literally don't think JP has gotten that good sales in like the game's history. Maybe it was so good, and then they were like with this. Very disappointing. Nonetheless, though, still cool that they offered sales for it. Regardless, besides the Vegito event, we obviously got the new what is this technically called? The Dark Empire Saga event.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, something like that. I've just been calling it the Mechi Kabara event. It is the event where you get the free-to-play salsa and you get the Mechi Kabara story event medals, as well as that we did get the Protect History Time Patrol event, which is really cool because this is basically just infinite Dragon Ball history with a hero's coat of paint, and it is actually a really fun event. You basically fight through most of the Dragon Ball Heroes characters that are in Dokkan, which is really cool.
Yeah, very nice.
Fun event, gives you 25 stones total. Definitely not bad. Besides that, as well, the other two Dragon Ball Heroes story events, the Prison Planet arc and the World Mission event, also returned. Before all of that, though, we did have the Heroes live stream. That's the other thing I wanted to talk about a little bit. You can talk about the Dokkan now, since that more relates to global.
Yeah, I will. Don't worry. I got you.
Good. But nonetheless, though, we did have the Dragon Ball Heroes 10th anniversary live stream. It was a ton of fun. I don't know why, but so many people came through for that. Came through for
Yeah.
that stream on the channel. It's actually a VOD up on the channel if you want to go check it out. Some of it was cut out because of copyright, unfortunately. But I did download the
It'd be
video,
like
so
that.
maybe I'll just upload it on a secret channel. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But nonetheless, though, if you do want to go watch that, it is up on the channel. And it was crazy, Bill. There's like 300 people at that stream. That video got like 4.2K views.
Yeah.
I didn't know that many people
Very
were
well.
excited about Heroes. And I'm very excited to hear that since I'm the Hero simp. And all these other simps were simping with me for the boy Vegito. It's great.
Sim. I mean, not for Vegito, but
Well, I am.
no. I mean, most people weren't.
No, I know. I mean, to be fair, I was apparently, according to my summons, I was simping for Bardock. Check that video out if you haven't.
True. True.
But nonetheless, it was a good time. Lots of cool hero stuff was announced there. And it was really cool because this time around, specifically related to Dokkan, not only did they do the usual thing that they do, where they literally show the image of all of the upcoming units and their arts, which, funny enough, was posted on their official website before the actual stream, which is like,
Yeah.
why? Because you're just like quote unquote leaking it yourself and ruining the video. I don't know, kind of stupid. But in years past,
Yeah, a
what
little
they've
bit.
done, when the years past, what they've done with these Heroes live streams, whenever they've had the Heroes collab, is they've just shown that image and then they've kept moving on. But this year, it was quite a pleasant surprise. They did actually show Vegito and Broly's super attacks. So that was very, very cool that
Yeah.
they gave us a little bit of extra info. I know some people were frustrated that it was only 30 seconds of Dokkan info, but I think the problem was that they didn't have the pretense that, like, that is literally how it's gone every year with one of these Heroes streams. And not to mention, this is literally more than we've gotten in these particular Heroes streams than we've gotten in years past. So I was pretty satisfied. Obviously, I was not only watching it for Dokkan, I was obviously watching it for all of the Heroes stuff in general because, you know, I'm just a fan of the series. So, I mean, I'm glad everybody else seemed to enjoy and still stick around even after some of that stuff happened. It was a great stream, but overall, it was a good time. So definitely we'll be looking forward to whatever the Heroes banner is going to be for next year. It'll be really cool to see that. Obviously, that will most likely be on a Heroes anniversary live stream or something of the sort next year. Besides that, though, for JP, the only other thing is that we have the weekend missions going on right now. So basically, from the period of the 21st to the 23rd, every day if you play, you can get 7 stones, and you can get a total of 21 stones.
Nice.
Yeah, so very good stuff there. You love to see it. It's always nice when they bring the weekend missions back, because obviously it's literally just free stones. And I'm sure with Heroes being here at the moment, everybody and their mother is trying to scrape up any spare stones that they can to be able to get those boys.
Definitely.
That's it for JP. Kayvon, take us to the global news, please.
All right. We don't got too much for global. Starting off, we had the a bunch of story events went live. Some GT, some Dragon Ball Super ones.
Why did you sound so hesitant about saying GT?
Specifically the Black Star Dragon Ball Saga, the Baby Saga, Dragon Ball Super Future Drunks.
Maybe you're drunks. I don't know.
You might be right. Future Trunks Saga, the finale of the Baby Saga, the Extreme Z area for the Hero Extermination Plan went live. The legendary summon for LR Goku and for LR Baby. Ew. Nobody likes LR Baby.
Why?
The one Eller baby fan in the comments. But no, we got info on the Extreme Z Awakening for the Tecmo Vegeta and the Fizz Fat Boo. Oh boy, new chain battle for global against this one. This one made me mad. So it's against Godku, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember what Godku was weak to, right?
Godku is weak to... No, I don't remember. Remind me.
It's rapid growth.
Which
Kefla.
Global doesn't have yet.
No, they haven't. Kefla hasn't been back yet, though.
Oh.
So if you don't have Kefla, you're not beating this, probably.
Right. Got it.
I mean, or Eller Kaling Caulifla, probably.
I don't even remember them being like... How did I not remember that Kefla came to Global? Because everybody was simping.
Right.
How do I forget simping? Maybe I just try and block it out of my mind.
Simp.
Yeah, for real, bro.
We had the fully loaded super weekend missions for more stones. Funny enough, this is like the same thing on JP. It just has a different name. I don't know why.
Is it called fully loaded?
Because it's Super Saiyan 3 Go Tanks.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. We got the Dokkan Now Volume 3 tease and it has been released. And basically, it just talked. Funny enough, Thea, you want to explain the leak that happened with Dokkan Now?
The leak. Oh, I actually forgot about that. I'm glad you reminded me. This was absolutely hilarious. So, if you're unfamiliar, this did actually get made into a news video. Essentially, what happened was people took the super attacks that were shown in the Heroes live stream, right? The Broly and the Vegito. Obviously, us in the Dokkan community, we like to upload the essays, whether that's the preview on Twitter or it's, from some other kind of live stream or what have you. So, bunch of the homies uploaded their essays. Some people obviously were, putting their replays of their streams of reacting to the stream, like myself, onto YouTube. And Susan Wojcicki, the CEO of YouTube, just happened to do us a solid for once in her entire career of working at YouTube, because the YouTube copyright system, of all things, actually leaked to us that the Dokkan Now was going to contain Dragon Ball Heroes for Global. That's right. Because people's videos were getting copyright claimed left and right with the Dokkan Battle super attacks. And the copyright claim was not from any sort of Dragon Ball Heroes side of things. It was from Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle Volume 3. Parentheses English. Parentheses French. I think I got claimed by the Korean version of the stream or something like that. I don't remember. I'd have to look it up, because they always make the Dokkan Nows with the subtitles in a bunch of different languages, because it's so easy. They just translate, whoever's the person that's speaking Japanese on screen, and then the subtitles literally just are translated into whatever language they need. Big brain on Bandai's part for that one. But nonetheless, though, that is how we found out the Heroes was coming to Global, because the YouTube copyright system. I cannot believe it. I don't think I've ever been happier that the copyright system existed, except for that day.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Yeah, it was great.
I can't believe it, honestly.
Yeah, it's so dumb. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I would have thought of that if I worked at Bandai or Akatsuki or whoever technically runs their YouTube channel. But
yeah, I don't know, man.
They always try, it seems like nowadays, to prevent leaks from happening. But then they fumble occasionally, and it's yeah, and it's like they leak it themselves. It's like not even something that a data miner puts out, It's like it's their fault.
Yeah.
How?
I wish I could tell you, man. I really do.
So weird. But anyway, so yeah, that was the Dokkan Now Volume 3. It was very cool. I also have a video reacting to that on my channel. Super chaotic, though, because of the bunch of the homies were in the VC when we reacted to that video, but it was still a great time.
Yeah.
It was good, though. Cool, though, in that Dokkan Now that they actually showed more essays. They showed not all of the rest of the card essays, but most of them. And info for the cards, which was cool, because obviously in the Heroes live streams, it's literally just like a promo.
Yeah, pretty much what we mostly needed to know about the cards.
Exactly. And then obviously all the final details were released when transition Came on.
Wait,
Came on.
wait, what do you mean?
Keep going with the news.
I mean, I don't know how that ties into the legendary summon banner, but okay.
Basically, the units were released and we found the rest of the info is what I'm trying to say.
I mean, that's for a little while. We'll get into that. Don't worry.
Okay.
We gotta talk about the little mess up that happened, sadly.
Besides Susan?
No, remember the Twitter? The typings?
Yeah, please do explain.
Yeah. So before we get into that, we had the Dokkan Frieza Legendary Summon went live. Certain events were unavailable in keys, even though they were never available to begin with for some reason. Basically just the Heroes events. And this was a first for Heroes, a new Dokkan event, Heroes themed. You're facing us. This is Goku Vegeta.
Wait, really, bro? That's crazy.
Bro, yeah, no, there's no Vegeta, just the new Goku and Vegeta.
Oh, okay. I mean, I kind of wouldn't have been mad at that, but...
Alright, so... And now on to what you all been waiting for. The Exploding Gratitude Dokkan Thank You Celebration Part 2.
Wait, you forgot about what you hyped up for me to forget about, the error.
We'll get into that when we talk about the actual, when we get to the actual campaign. This is Dokkan
No,
Thank You
I
Celebration.
want to clown on Global right now.
No. I mean, it's really JP we should clown on for sending Global the wrong drafts.
No, bro. They just translated it wrong.
Yes, they translated the wrong card with the wrong typing, definitely. Yeah. But anyhow.
We're kidding, by the way. Don't take that seriously.
I mean, I'd hope they realize that. You guys are smart. I trust you guys. Anyhow, legendary summons for the GT Trio, Fizz Cell, and STR LR Trunks for some reason. Okay. Nice. Part 2 missions, the event where you get the special equipment for Team Bardock, Super Saiyan 3 Broly ZZA, referencing a little something that happened right at the same time.
Oh?
I mean, a certain crossover type category, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The Siblings Bond category banner, Extreme Z Challenge Pack, nobody cares. Whoever buys those, I don't know. Bunch of story events that were Broly and movie themed coming back. The Extreme Z area for the Lord Slug story event, which is very cool. The Extreme Challenge campaign for LR Prime Battle Goku ZZA is confirmed coming to Global in 2 days from this recording.
Nice.
And that's basically everything from the Part 2 celebration. And now on to Heroes.
Let's go!
We got the login bonus, the regular Dragonstone sale. Not clickbaiting like JP.
What? Actually, wait. Before you move on, you know it's actually really funny that you say that. Mm-hmm. I'm literally not even kidding. And I double checked. It is literally the exact same sale on both versions.
Yep.
Like the same sales.
Yeah.
I could not believe it. I actually could not believe it.
It's ridiculous. Anyhow, so we had the banner went we had the banner with guaranteed featured per multi, and now it's a good time to talk about the units. So when they released it on the global Twitter, and JP was releasing it at the same time, people noticed some very evident issues.
Mm-hmm.
Being that Broly was Extreme STR, Deborah was Extreme Fizz, and I think Gon and Bardock's typings were also backwards.
Something like that, yeah. There was a lot of errors.
Yeah. And Vegeta was missing a link and 2 different categories than on JP. And basically, we had to wait until the data download happened to get the final answer, but
yeah,
it turned out that Global just got the wrong versions of the cards.
And it was really funny too, because they literally tweeted after they tweeted a bunch of the info, we messed up, but they didn't say what they messed up.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I feel so bad. This is wasted work translating some of that stuff.
I feel bad for that poor intern.
Yeah. Somebody on the JP side was slacking.
Yeah, for real. Whoa, JP side.
Yeah, bro. I mean, they have to get the translation from somewhere, or they have to get the actual cards from somewhere. You know what I mean?
Nah, I
Obviously,
got you.
they get it from the actual like JP side of. I mean, I'm not trying to throw shade at the JP.
No,
We're
I'm
saying
just conning
somebody
on you,
messed
bro.
up there.
It's our
And
whole
I don't think it was the
it's our whole just like JP versus global meme, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Past the banner, we have the Elder Kai banner. Like, oh boy, free Elder Kais.
Let's go. I love free Elder Kais.
Free Elder Kais for the cost of 25 stones. Definitely free.
Oh.
We have the Heroes Dokkan event, Transcendent Fusion of the Unknown Fighters.
Okay, all right, hold on. I wanted to ask you this question, bro. I've been waiting for this podcast episode, okay?
Okay.
What makes them unknown?
Bro, I mean, who they look like Goku and Vegeta, but they're not Goku and Vegeta, obviously. They can't be the same ones.
But
right?
they are Goku and Vegeta.
Alright, how are there two Goku and Vegetas? Explain.
Goku Black exists. That invalidates everything you just said.
It was gonna be funnier if you mentioned Turles, but that works too.
Oh, yeah, no. Here, rewind, hit that, you know. Turles.
Ah, true, you got me.
Haha, funny.
We have the new story event, the Super Dragon Ball Heroes Dark Empire Saga.
Empire.
We get the free-to-play Salsa, not to be confused with Salzer or Salsa. It's Salsa.
Like the chips.
No. Yeah. We have the Protect History Time Control. Time Control. Time Control.
I think that's Demigra.
A little bit. Whoa, no, you're controlling time now? I thought you were just ruling overtime.
That's kind of sus, bro, not gonna lie.
Abuse of Power 100. And we have the two Old Heroes events coming back, so good time to farm the free units.
Indeed.
So besides that, that was the two new campaigns for Global. And, they released a promotional video for the...
Yes, they did.
Very nice. And yeah, besides that, that's, besides us getting the chain battle rewards, and, that's basically all it is. That's all we got.
The Global got it regardless, though, I will say.
I'm very glad. It kind of stinks that we got it without, like, having Gogeta, because, like, he's the main, like, monkey category lead, you know what I mean?
Okay, now hold on, though. This will be very interesting to see now, Kayvon, because from a business perspective, this is, I think, bro, if there's any business majors, please comment below. Fair. This will be quite interesting to see because it'll be curious. Also, I'm sorry, you're going to hear Velcro because I'm going to take off my wrist things.
Removing the power limiter.
I'm about to display my full power. Essentially, right? We saw a situation on JP where obviously Gogeta was hype and people wanted him because he was Gogeta, but we also knew the Heroes was coming, and by Gogeta being there, we kind of could assume that the Heroes units were at least somewhat going to be Super Saiyan 4 related, and obviously most of them are, now that we've seen that now. But we now know that obviously all of the Heroes units are Super Saiyan 4, and a lot of global players have them in their box. And they now have Gogeta coming up. So it will be interesting to see. I don't really know how we can obtain the numbers on this one. Someone in the chat wants to let us know, please do. But it'll be interesting to see if people summon for Gogeta more because they have the Heroes units, or if people summoned for Gogeta more because they knew that something related to Super Saiyan 4 was coming.
I feel it could be either way, because the thing is, Broly, if people pull Broly, they basically have a giant 8 power lead.
True.
Even though he's only 130. But Gogeta is like the main draw, but if you also pulled Vegito, you don't really need a team to run the Super Saiyan 4s under.
True, you can just use crossover.
Vegeta. Yeah.
I mean, the only thing is, though, you can't actually use the other Super Saiyan 4s, though.
That is true, and let's be honest, to fit 4th year LRs together, good stuff.
Even though they get hit like a truck.
Yeah, for most events.
Did you like that sound effect, by the way?
I did.
Thank you.
Yeah, let him super first, you know?
Yeah. Let him super like a million times. I know.
But anyways, that is all the global news.
Wow. Oh my god.
Wow.
Good stuff. Bro, that was like perfect. Can you do that again?
What? I can't do it again.
Nah, bro, you literally summoned it for like 2 seconds. I don't know how you
tried instantly and then regretted attempting it.
It'd be like that sometimes.
But anyway,
it's time to move on. We're gonna be simping for Dragon Ball Heroes.
But you should all be simping over this ad. Give us the revenue. Got him.
And we are back.
No, that's not what I expected, but sure.
What do you mean? That's what I said I was gonna do.
What do you mean? They don't know our free talk recording talks. Quiet you.
Sorry, I just wanted to unveil the curtain a little bit on our production here.
All right, Mr. Clownman, go back to simp.
That was my clown nose.
Also, don't think I don't know y'all watched that ad. I'm just pretending that you. I don't know y'all watched it. I'm not gonna mention it. You know what I mean? Okay, we're good.
Wait,
Heroes time.
But didn't you? Okay, never mind. Anyway, so let's talk about Dragon Ball Heroes, baby. So, the return. I just punched the mic. Sorry if you heard that. The return
Nice.
of Dragon Ball Heroes. Oh boy, you know your boy was excited. I've been talking about this for weeks on Twitter. I've been talking about it for months on Twitter. I've been talking about it for years on Twitter. What I'm trying to say is go follow me on Twitter. But no,
Wow.
for real though.
Plugging in the hero section, I think.
Got him. Nah, but all jokes aside, you know, wait, that's impossible. That's just what this whole podcast is. It's just funnies, bro.
Yeah.
All jokes aside in that regard anyway, obviously I'm a big fan of Dragon Ball Heroes, and so I not only wanted to dedicate today's episode to Dragon Ball Heroes in honor of everything that is going on in Dokkan right now, but also as a little homage, like I said, to the last usage of the art on the screen since episode 1 was Dragon Ball Heroes themed. I figured it would be fitting if episode 51 was Dragon Ball Heroes themed as well. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Now, Kayvon, I'm gonna be honest with the audience here. You have no idea what we're gonna talk about today, do you?
No.
Exactly. And I didn't even really intentionally make it a surprise, but it's intentionally a surprise now. So this is going to be fun. This is going to be one of our episodes where is it a little bit more freeform and we're not as concrete on, certain things. I have a couple of mental, wait, can I say that? The thing that comes out of the boom boom points. Did you pick that up?
Can't say I did.
Oh no. It comes out of the thing that they use to fight in the big things.
Just DM it to me, please.
No, we'll just say mental points, I guess.
Flash an image of what you're trying to say.
I don't know. We'll get the big old yellow circle for that though.
Will we?
Yeah. I'll put it in the actual chat. But anyway, okay. So I have a couple of mental ones of those. Yeah.
No, I just feel dumb.
I mean, to be fair, it was pretty big. I literally was like, that video of the guy that we liked is where he's explaining King Crimson and he's trying not to spoil part 6 and he's like, when the thing and they did the thing with the thing, the thing, if you watch it, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Basically that.
But
no,
I understand, so go ahead.
No, good. So essentially, there's a couple of things that I want to cover. Let me lay them all out here, so that if I forget them, you can help remind me potentially.
I got you.
Want to talk about awakenings for the cards that we currently have, the potential cards that could awaken going forward. Considering the characters that we got this time around, what we could potentially see in terms of characters going forward, and as well, what they could potentially do for more Heroes collabs in the future besides units, specifically considering what they did this time around. So, first of all, we'll start off with our first bullet point. Units that are going to awaken coming up into the future. I think that there are a couple of obvious choices here, but who do you think is going to
look at
awaken?
the category. Let's see.
Yeah, I got you, bro.
Deep Space, guide me.
Almighty DBZ Space, please give us guidance. So, there is two, actually four, I think, of the most obvious ones are probably Super Saiyan 4 Bardock and Gohan, right?
Yeah, they're obvious, even though it's going to be in 2 years.
Yeah, and we can also explain why on that one.
Mm.
And
I think,
Xeno, Goku, and Vegeta.
Let's not forget the big contenders are the homie Vegex, Gohanks, and just Gotenks.
Yes, all
Those
three of them.
Need TURs.
Yeah,
they need 3.
All the rest of these guys actually do have TURs, which is kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah, funny enough, I never really thought about it. Most of them do have TURs now.
Yeah. Interesting. So let's talk about, I guess, the Super Saiyan 4s first, since they're kind of the hot pocket. Yeah. What? The hot item this time around. Why 2 years? Why do you say that?
Well, because from what I saw on the Reddit, somebody mentioned that. So Master Saiyan King and Master Saiyan Prince.
Just call him Master Saiyan Prince. It's just easier.
I couldn't find the word. I don't know why. They came on the banner that not the World Mission one, the one before the World Mission one. You know what I mean?
Yes, it wasn't technically called that, but I believe it would have been the Prison Planet Summon.
Yeah. So they came before that one, right? Mm-hmm. And then a year later, we got the Prison Planet one, and then a year later, they awakened.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with the. Same thing, I'm pretty sure, with the Cronoa and the Super Saiyan.
The Super Saiyan 3s, you said?
Yeah. It took them about 2 years to awaken, so
yeah,
going by the same logic.
Let me think about this. Cronoa. Well, I don't know if Cronoa took 2 years to awaken. Because Cronoa, let me think about this. She was on.
Well, let's actually, we can easily check. Let's go to Dokkan Wiki.
Bruh, let's go. Yeah, because Cronoa came out on the.
Because this also doesn't apply on global at all. Right. They got the awakenings right on global.
Yeah. Which I will say again, we said earlier in the video, but it really stinks for global players being a Heroes fan.
Yeah.
Because if you want
like
any
all
of them,
it's like all great then. Like over time, you definitely should amass like a good amount. I feel, but getting all of them is definitely a task. That's for sure.
Well, let me ask you this: how many have you gotten?
I mean, I have most of the good ones at least. Not
nice.
Not some of the old ones. Like I don't have Baby Janemba. I don't have Bude. Don't have Super Pycon. Who else? I think I have Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. I know that much. So I have one of the OG ones. Who else was there? Let me check the category.
The only one you're missing out on is I have Bubidi.
I think I have Gohanks and do I have no? I think I just have Gohanks actually out of those ones. Yeah, and I'm missing Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and Cronoa. That's all, and Gohan.
Do you have Golden Cooler?
I do, yes.
Interesting. And you have Clumber because you pulled him on string. I'm still frustrated about that. But anyway,
that's with the Cronoa thing. Her SSR was released in 2018, November 21st. And her TUR, was it 2019? Was it only a year for?
Yeah, it was 2019.
It was only a year. Okay.
So it kind of depends.
Okay, well, I think, though, with these two specifically, I feel like they won't get a TUR specifically, like next year, specifically because we need to awaken the Xenos, and maybe the Fusions, too.
Gotcha.
I hope they don't make it that they only awaken the Xeno, then do the Fusions, because then that makes these guys take a lot more. But 5 new units would also be a lot to awaken. I mean, if they make the next year's collab just 5 units, then awaken these 5, like the 3 Fusions and the 2 Xeno, Goku, Vegeta, then it could work out really well, I feel.
Agreed. I'm kind of surprised, all things considered, that they did 5 units because I don't remember if it was last year. Wait, no, sorry, I meant, oh yeah, it is 6. Wow.
Yeah,
Small
they did a lot of
brain.
units. Like last year was Golden Cool, Few, Cumber,
Hmm.
and was it
Golden
what?
Cooler, Few, Cumber, and Golden Cooler, Few, Cumber, and oh my gosh.
We are very smooth brain right now.
I'll look it up, but keep talking
Yeah,
nonetheless.
because last year the Goku, Vegeta, and Cronoa awakened. So
Hmm.
they were on the banner. I remember that much. I couldn't pull Cronoa. I was sad.
F.
But who was I? Was it another 10 banner? Oh wait, it's Great Sandman 4.
Hmm.
Doi.
Well, because Great
Or Great
Saiyaman 4
Sandman
came with
3.
Sealess.
Yeah. Wait, were those not the same banner? Oh no, they weren't. Actually.
Yeah,
I'm
because
getting confused now.
I know it's confusing with global. Nonetheless, though, the point that we're trying to make is that when it comes to the awakenings, it would make more sense for them to awaken in 2 years and for the Xenos to awaken in 1 year. You are very right, though. I didn't even think about that. That will be kind of awkward. Yeah, on the banner, by the way, I found it. It was Cumber, uh, Go. Oh my gosh, my brain short circuited between which Go fusion I should pick. Go Tanks, Go Hanks,
Okay.
Vegex, Few, and Golden Cooler were the new ones. So it was 6.
Okay, so it was 6 units.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys definitely need their T-Wars next year then.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see then, because that's
Wait, when did the World Mission one come out then?
I will double check. But that's
Yeah.
interesting. So that'll have to be all of those guys,
Mhm.
the fusion units awakening.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, they need it.
Yeah, they definitely need it. I mean, they're not like bad.
They're not bad, but they're nothing spectacular. Though.
Yeah, 100%. But I'm glad that the rest of them got awakenings. The only thing that's so frustrating for me in terms of the awakenings with these guys is that the essays don't get updated.
Yeah, they really should do that, but I mean, I kind of get why they don't because like I don't know, it's a shame though.
So, according to DBZ Space, I think that, I'll have to double check this on global, but according to DBZ Space, the World Mission banner came the 7th month of 2019, and the 12th month of 2019 was when the Cumber Prison Planet arc banner came, because
Really?
all of the World Mission units were on that banner. So if I recall what happened, and this I can double check this on DBZ Space as we're going back. I believe what happened is that when JP got the Cumber banner, either what it was that Global and JP got the World Mission banner at the same time and then didn't get the banner with Cumber on it, or they just got a World Mission version of Cumber's banner.
I'm not sure. I generally don't remember.
I'm going to keep saying Cumber, by the way, because nobody else likes him and I do, so I'm going to shove it down your throat. I'm talking to you, viewer, by the way, not Kayvon, because he already gets enough of that.
I mean, I like Gumber. He's a big monkey man.
Yo, for real?
Yeah, bro, I have no problem with Gumber. Cool
You
guy.
really mean it?
I just like Few better.
I mean, bro, that's not really fair to
doesn't?
compare them to. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, yeah, who doesn't?
Me.
But no, that's weird. So, what they'll do next year is either awaken all 5.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know, because I could see them awakening all 5 and then just having 5 new units, if anything.
That would be kind of weird, though, considering that last banner. But, I mean, before, it was 5 units. Like, the first banner was... Let's see. The first banner was...
Oh, no, it was always 6, actually, because the Super Saiyan 3, all the Super Saiyan 3's Darkness Toa.
Say that again, you cut out.
It was the Super Saiyan 3's,
Uh-huh.
Darkness Toa, and Cronoa, so it was 6 units, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, it was the Awakenings, the original 3, plus Mira. Oh, wait, no. Was it 7? No.
Bro, you're tripping out of your
so
mind.
confused.
It's a Confused?
Well, because remember, your deal
No,
with
no,
just
no,
JP.
no,
I'm
no.
dealing with
Cave on,
global
cave
too.
on, cave on.
Oh,
Confused?
shush. Shush.
No. Unacceptable.
I need to, after this, I need to look up some stuff with the banners because I am so lost. But
So actually,
regardless
I am correct. That is
of
really
what?
funny. The first Heroes banner on Global was labeled as a World Mission banner, despite the fact that it was the December banner, and it was the banner that featured Few, Cumber, Golden Metal Cooler, Vagex, Gohanks, and Gotenks, and Vegeta, Goku, both the Xenos, Sealess,
Mhm.
Great Saiyaman 4, and all the previous Heroes units were in the unfeatured pool.
Really? Because that was their first banner?
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Looking at it
think so.
right
Because
now.
I remember summoning, and
I
I
got
remember
you on
summoning
that
like,
sauce, bro. There you go.
because I remember. Wait, let me see.
You remembering wrong, kid.
Well, because I
The
remember summoning and
receipts.
they were featured. I'm pretty sure.
Well, maybe I'm wrong.
I mean,
Hey, watch your tongue, laddie.
let me see if I here continue the topic while I search stuff. 'Cause this is bothering me now.
Okay, so basically, a monkey. Besides that, though, it will be cool to see. Oh yes, actually, no, I lied to you. I found the other banner.
Yeah, I know I'm not going crazy.
Yeah, so Global got both actually. Starting with the
Okay.
World Mission banner, and then they did get the Cumber banner.
When was the World Mission banner then? Actually,
In the 8th month is when it ended
interesting.
of 2019.
I see. I see.
So we'll have to see what happens with that. That does mean that they did come out a year ago now. So theoretically, they should be the ones to eventually
Oh no,
awaken.
I just remembered how it worked. Yeah, because Global got the banner with Sealess, the World Mission one.
Mm-hmm.
It had Gohan, Trunks, and Toa featured,
Mm-hmm.
and the unfeatured ones were the Super Saiyan 3s and Cronoa.
That's how it was on JP, yeah.
Yeah, and then that was our first banner. That's why everybody was mad because Cronoa was unfeatured.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I remember that better now. And then the new one was the Prison Planet one,
Mm-hmm.
which
Correct.
was still labeled World Mission on.
Global, yeah. Which is interesting that they didn't label it as World Mission this time around. I thought that was curious.
Mhm.
I guess it was still because
I
they were
feel
trying to
like they
promo the
just
game.
kind of probably, and I feel like at this point people know Heroes enough to know that like World Mission isn't the only like prop,
Yeah,
at least in the West.
I mean, I would hope so.
Mhm.
If you're a part of the Dragon Ball community for any part of time, like at least YouTube wise, you should know. Yeah, because that was so interesting because
Heroes
the
first, yeah.
World
Okay.
Mission banner was a very odd choice because it was the only banner that I mean, granted, obviously it came out for the game, but it was the only
Mhm.
Heroes banner that wasn't there to celebrate a Heroes anniversary, because the first Heroes banner was there celebrating the 6th anniversary, if memory recalls, but the rest of them were surely for the 7th anniversary, 8th anniversary, 9th anniversary, and obviously for the 10th this year.
Yeah.
So that was quite interesting, that they did decide to drop the World Mission banner, but obviously, again, the Switch game, so what do you expect? Although they didn't drop one for the 3DS game. What is this? What is this 3DS discrimination here? I don't know if I
Blatant
like this.
bias.
And yet they drop a banner for Dragon Ball Fusions?
Sus.
Very sus, Dokkan.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, though, so yeah, that's basically all we had for the Awakening part of that. It'll be interesting to see what they actually awaken into. Goku and Vegeta are kind of in need of it at the moment. Really in need of it are the fusions, but the Super Saiyan 4s are monsters, even without all of the
Yeah.
Awakening shenanigans. So I think it's fair to say that they'll need 2 years before they actually need an Awakening, because they'll be good for a long
Yeah.
while.
It's also because these guys are in more dire need because they're already like a year old without one.
Yeah.
Especially Goku and Vegeta, because like if Goku and Vegeta don't awaken into Super Saiyan 4, I'm surprised they did a celebration on it.
I
to make it
mean,
Super Saiyan 4 themed. Because in the actual game from
mhm.
World Mission, they went Super Saiyan 4 during the Sealess fight.
I mean, well, yeah, that's also just kind of because, what do you call it? That is also just kind of because that's their final form. The Xenos, it's their final form specifically.
I mean, yeah, but people thought they would go Super Saiyan, which, I mean, I wouldn't be mad, but it would be a bit like, not generic, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Super Saiyan
Also,
4 would definitely be more, I feel, what's the word? Like, more desirable, because then the new Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Goku, if they get released with it, could be Limit Breaker
agreed.
and have different names.
No, I
So,
agree there.
best of both worlds.
True.
And they
Also,
could run together.
fun fact, um, the whole Me Marino, with the 6 new units thing, didn't start until the Xeno banner. That banner actually had 7 new units.
Did it really?
Yes, it had. So by the way, just for a little bit of history on the banner, since I know we're kind of just talking about heroes in general at this point, and we'll go on to the next point that I had. The original heroes banner, because I actually scrolled back that far in DBC Space, had Boobity, Baby Janemba, Gotenks, and Super Pycon. 4 new units. Actually, I don't know if you remember this or were around for this, but the first 3 multis were 30 stones, actually.
Really?
Kind of stinks that they took that away, but kind of makes sense, all things considered.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird too because like Gotenks didn't awaken on the debut banner, and then when Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks came out a little while after, then he got his awakening. That I think that was one of the only times that they've done that. I really can't remember another time that they've done something like that, but like where the unit gets their awakening either like because the units either get awakening at release or like later on down the line, but I don't think they've ever awakened a unit like right after their banner but not on their banner, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Gotenks is definitely the odd one out there.
Yeah, he's kind of weird. So we do have the 7 units on the Super Saiyan 3 Xeno banner. The Prison Planet banner was the one that had 6 featured units with all the fusions, and then Few, Cumber, and Cooler. And then Cronoa and the Super Saiyan 3s were also featured on that. And then obviously now we have the new banner with the 6 featured units that are brand new and the 4 that are old. So kind of a shaft that we got an extra featured unit this time around. Obviously it's fine because they all got awakenings and they kind of needed it.
Yeah.
So I will say that is very weird though. Oh, the banner that I skipped over, by the way. Sorry, I didn't actually mean to skip over it. The second Dragon Ball Heroes banner actually only had 3 new characters, whereas the original one had 4. That being the Trunks, Darkness, Toa, and the Gohan. And the 4 originals were also featured on the banner, I believe.
Yeah. No,
Which is weird because then that meant that that banner had all featured units. Huh. That's weird. That's really weird. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, no, it was only featured units on that banner.
huh.
Interesting. Nonetheless, though, I think it's safe to say that we can probably expect there to be 6 new units every time we get new heroes stuff. That 7 was kind of a real big explosion. And to be fair, we did need more heroes units in the game at that point. So I can kind of understand why they went down that route. But obviously now that we have a little bit of, a good pool of them, obviously they can do a little bit less, but it'll be interesting to see next year what 6 units that they pick. And obviously if they do, yeah.
My God.
No, I was just going to say the only unfortunate thing about next year's banner will be if they do awaken all of the Super Saiyan, or rather the fusions and the Xeno Goku and Vegeta, that'll mean that either they're going to have to do like only 5 new featured units, or they're going to do 6, and then there's going to be 5 other units that aren't the new units on the banner. Assuming, obviously Bardock and Gohan aren't on there, which, again, they'll probably be 2 years.
That's what I think. Honestly, I feel like next year might just be nuts.
Just
Because I don't think
yeah.
they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna pump out an 11 featured unit. That's
I
ridiculous. I feel.
sure hope not. I don't think
I
that's
feel
ever
like
happened
10.
unless it's like one of those crazy banners.
Yeah, I feel like a 1 in 10 chance for, or a 1 in 10 chance for a featured is good, but not like too good type of thing,
Right.
especially nowadays.
No, I
So I
feel you.
feel like 5 new units next year might be good,
Yeah.
depending also what they tackle.
Hmm.
Because you actually would be the good guy to ask this. What do you think they're going to tackle by
Ah,
how they
that
do it?
leads into my next bullet point. Thank you. I appreciate that. Good transition there, buddy. Um, so that is kind of hard to say. Because the track record with heroes is kind of interesting, all things considered. The first Heroes banner obviously tackled the Baby Janemba, the oh no, there we go. I scroll back to the banner. Super Pycon,
Yeah.
Boobity, and Gotenks. If knowledge serves, back in 2017 when this banner came out, these guys had been in Heroes for a little while now.
Mm.
If I can get the brain cranks turning, I think Gotenks may have been the newest, but I'm not positive on that. Because I do remember the little animation where they first fuse into an adult Gotenks and then go Super Saiyan. But their weird kind of trend started with the second banner, right? Which was the banner with only the 3 featured units on it, because Darkness Toa was certainly the newest out of all of them. But the odd thing was that Super Saiyan 3 Gohan and Trunks were pretty old by hero standards at that point. Trunks, I want to say that Super Saiyan 3 Trunks came out before, if not closer than, some of the units on the first banner,
Interesting.
which is kind of weird to think about. Again, this is me just doing my best to remember this. Don't quote me on this exactly. But that is crazy to think about. That they went ahead and did that, because the Trunks animation is like super old. You can even go and you can even go back and watch it, and you can tell that it's pretty dated, all things considered. After that, of course, we got the Super Saiyan 3 Xeno, Goku, and Vegeta banner. This banner was really interesting to me because I feel like out of all of these, maybe except for the second banner, this one was the most odd, because this was taken from like a bunch of different places. Basically all these characters, not all of them, but a lot of them are from like a lot of different points. Vegeta is like not earlier, I'd say at this point, maybe like mid-early-ish time of Heroes like timeline at this point. Mass Saiyan King was a little bit newer at the time of this release of the banner. I believe Kronoa's form was kind of older at this point. So this was a very interesting choice of characters. And this banner, of all things, really made me question, why do they pick the characters that they do for Dokkan? Like, I really wonder why they, sit down and are like, yeah, let's have Boobity and, Dark Mask King as characters. It's like, what?
Yeah. I feel the 2019 banner is most interesting to me, honestly.
Really?
Because the way I see this is half the promotional anime.
Right, half is Prison
With
Planet,
you,
yeah.
Cumber, and Cooler.
Yes, which is
And
relevant
then
at the
it's just
time.
fusions. Which, I mean, in Prison Planet have nothing to do with any of that.
True.
So,
Gohan,
I don't know why they're there.
yeah.
Really.
No, I'm not sure either. Adult Gotenks is like really old in terms of, not really old, I guess, but he's pretty old in terms of hero standards, all things considered. Gohanks and Vegex are definitely a lot newer than both of those. But nonetheless, though, yes, very odd choice, all things considered. But obviously, the rest of the units kind of make sense. And it's sort of funny to me as well that the way that they did it was that all of the villain characters were relevant, and all of the heroes characters, wow, all of the hero characters were a little bit older.
Interesting. I
Yeah.
don't know, just find that one very weird because, like, obviously the World Mission Special one,
Mm-hmm.
like, it makes all sense. It's like Great Saiyaman 3, new or new character from like World Mission originally,
Mm-hmm.
Sealess, and then the Xenos were the poster boys.
And also
Like
the
that, they
box
all
art.
make yeah, they all make sense.
Yeah.
But other than that, like the newest one, that's the thing. The newest one aren't most of these characters pretty old though? Like especially Broly, Gohan, and Bardock.
Yeah, so Vegito is 100% the newest one here. Obviously, he is from the Prison Planet arc as well. Um,
Mm.
Toa. Actually, Toa might be. I don't remember if this specific form of Toa, because she has so many. I don't remember if it's this specific form of Toa comes a little bit before, a little bit after him.
Mhm.
Because I don't remember if that form is from the like when Mechikabra is still old, or if it's after he's young. But nonetheless, though, those two I think are the newest in terms of the timeline. Yeah, Super Saiyan 4 Broly and Super Saiyan 4 Gohan are pretty old
Mm.
at this point. Bardock is also a little bit older. I'll never forget that initial trailer where Gohan first comes down. I believe it was Gohan first comes down like after everybody's getting beaten up. And then he comes and he's in Super Saiyan 4 and you're like, oh, oh, it's the boy. And it was like it wasn't an animation. Well, I mean, I guess technically it was an animation, but it wasn't like a 2D animation for that one. It was
Mm.
like the 3D animation that they use occasionally. You know, kind of trippy, but hey, you know, what are you gonna do? We'll take what we can get.
Yeah.
So yeah, very cool stuff there. And yeah, you're right. Very odd that those characters are kind of a
Mm.
Mod Podge. I honestly don't even remember when Dabor was from. That one, I'm at a complete loss from when exactly he came.
I'm pretty sure Deborah was the same thing as Toa, at least close to it.
Okay. Yeah. That's right. Because I do
Yeah.
vaguely remember
Cause,
when Kid Buu
yeah.
came.
Because if we're going off the next one, I don't know, like, what do you think would be the next characters for next year?
You know, that is a very good question.
Because I feel like they center around a sort of a theme. Because like obviously this is Super Saiyan 4s.
Mm-hmm.
Besides the villains.
Good catch there. Good catch. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I
Um,
got it. Don't worry.
See, now it seems like they're going down the path of a theme. It kind of seems like since World Mission they've sort of been on a theme. Because the prison planet was like vaguely themed, and then the rest of the characters kind of didn't make sense. And I suppose that you could say that the Daimao characters here, the Daimao lords, don't really make sense, but at the same time, Super Saiyan 4 Gohan and Super Saiyan 4 Vegito did fight Mechikabra, and they were a big player in that whole saga. Like, even though the Super Saiyan 4 Gohan is, his debut was old, he was in the episode where they took out Mechikabra. He was in Super Saiyan 4 initially.
And didn't Broly have something to do with Toa?
Well, I mean, he got possessed by the Dark Dragon Ball.
Well, that's not this Broly though.
Right. I think it. I don't remember specifically. I'd have to go back and watch all the SDBH openings. If memory serves, I think it was that they smacked that boy with flux waves. But I'm not positive.
So yeah.
That ranged true in my mind a little bit, but I'm not positive on that.
That definitely sounds familiar.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, the other interesting thing real quick before we move on to like what I actually think will be next. You can tell that initial Heroes banner was old because it was still labeled regular Dragon Ball Heroes before they changed it to Super Dragon Ball Heroes.
No, that is fair.
Yeah, which definitely clues us in because even that second banner with the Super Saiyan 3 Trunks was Super Dragon Ball Heroes. See, yeah, that's a good way to measure the timing on this because Trunks Super Saiyan 3 came out when it was still just regular Dragon Ball Heroes.
Oh, interesting.
Even though he was Obviously introduced in Dokkan on the Super Saiyan 3 banner. Wow. The Super Dragon Ball Hero. Sorry. I keep hearing, I'm saying super so many times that all my supers are getting confused, bro. For the theme, though, I mean,
I don't know. I feel like if we're going by like sagas, because like it still technically is kind of like Prison Planet Mechikabra kind of like stuff, right?
See, it's so hard to like really deduce a proper plot because
Mhm.
the thing is, right? It's weird fitting it into the Dragon Ball Heroes timeline because the Mechikabra stuff isn't happening. I'm not positive if it's happening during the prison
Mhm.
planet, or if it happens before.
Well, isn't it implied that it's like
No, it
a
definitely
while
happened
before?
bore.
Because
I'm
at least
tripping.
in the promotional anime, Hugh was a baby.
Yes, that is true. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. So yeah, so the Wow, actually, how old are
Mhm.
Xeno, Goku, and Vegeta then?
Well, it depends. Does Hugh age like a normal like person? I mean, also think about it this way: do Goku and Vegeta even age if they're time patrollers?
That's true. Also, since they're in Krenoa's,
Mm. Fun
realm
time
of infinite, you know what I'm gonna say next.
realm of infinite time shenanigans.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
Because honestly, I'm thinking next banner is either going to be a mishmash or one of universe creation mission
Hmm.
or the hearts battle.
Hmm. Hmm. See, I would love that.
Because I can see there's easy units for both, or like a mishmash of easy. You can have obviously hearts that either transforms or is just super hearts. You
Mhm.
can have what was another one for that saga? The Tuffle ripoffs, the Ore
I don't
and
remember their names.
Kami or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
You could have them. You could have a dual card of them that could become Kami Orin. That would be
Oh,
cool,
that would be
actually.
cool. I don't
You
know if
can
people would
have.
care though. That's the only
I mean,
thing.
who cares about who cares about Daima Lord Deborah,
I mean, vaguely, I care about
the one homie who likes Deborah in the chat?
him.
No, like it's either that. I could see obviously Xenopan is a good option. Just bring the bird as a card.
Toki
Toki card.
Toki?
Yeah, bro.
That would be funny.
You can either have that. You could have. I don't think they do like a new design view or maybe like the supposed like Dark Lord view or whatever it is supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Where it has like funny monocle and the
Yes.
Lelouch looking outfit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they do him yet because he feels a bit too new still in a way.
Right.
But I don't know because maybe a Meki Cabra because he did like get a flashback in the Prison Planet saga, at least in the promotional anime,
Mm-hmm.
to lead into Fu's backstory.
Yes.
God Trunks is also a shoe in at one point.
Yeah, I will say, so it's kind of weird because, like, I was actually very surprised that they didn't focus more so on the most recent two arcs with hearts, lesser to an extent of few, because that is kind of just
Hmm.
bringing back old villains, all things considered. The only thing I'm surprised that they maybe didn't do from that was like either Black Janemba or the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4s.
Well, yeah, he existed.
Yeah.
Already forgot about him.
That that part is probably the craziest to me, that since they focused this around the Super Saiyan 4s that they didn't bring those guys, which is almost
Mhm.
criminal in my mind, considering that the Xeno Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta don't have any cards in Dokkan yet.
That's
And
kind of what I was saying with the World Mission one's not awakening Super Saiyan 4th. I found that absolutely criminal
yeah,
because it
and
makes perfect sense, and especially with this theme.
the Limit Breaker form like just came out, you know.
Maybe it's because we did mention that Dokkan likes to have like older hero stuff for anniversary, not like the newest stuff.
You
So
know,
maybe that's why.
there is something that I've kind of had a little bit of a lingering theory on for a while,
Go ahead.
but I don't know if it's disproved or proved by the current Heroes cards. Well, so obviously this time was a little bit different than all the other times because this time was focused more so, obviously exceptions with Deborah and Toa, around a specific category, right? We just had the leader come out for the category, and now we have all these new Super Saiyan 4. So it'll be interesting to see if they do something like that next time, where they have a leader come out and then they have a bunch of characters that are going to be a part of that category join the Dokkan Battle roster. That would be interesting to see, but I don't really know what they would do unless they literally like just BS their way through it, because the only reason why the Super Saiyan 4s worked so well for, a specific category.
Power.
Right, and was because, it only made sense since we have all these categories for all these different transformations at this point. The category literally wouldn't exist without these Heroes cards. Like, it just wouldn't be usable because the only ones are what? Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Goku, and Vegeta, and full power Goku. That's not enough to make a full team.
If it was just a Super Saiyan 4 category, I'd agree, but because the way they labeled it, then...
Yeah, but, let's be honest, bro. You're using the Super Saiyan 4s.
I mean, yeah, but they wouldn't have brought the category if it wasn't usable without Heroes units.
No, that's true.
You know what I mean? Yeah. This wouldn't be good marketing at all.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe they only did it that way so that you could use it without the Heroes units.
I mean, that's probably why. Because if you, I feel like Dokkan is smart enough to know that if you have a category need limited units, nobody's going to like it or summon on it in a way. It's like how they gave Super Saiyan 3 a bit more support.
Right.
Besides just the Heroes units, even though they're great on the team.
Yeah.
But you are right. I don't feel like any other category would work like this because, unless they released a Daimao Lord category and just release all the boys.
That would be a cool
But I don't
squad,
feel
though.
I don't know who would lead that. Though.
Mechi Cabra.
Well, I don't think they'd do. Well, I mean,
literally Daimao Power. That's the category. Or just Daimao Realm.
If they do release that for its own standalone banner, sure, but I don't think they're going to release a category. Well, I mean, they did release Heroes, actually, so I don't know. Because, for me, I feel like there has to be an actual, quote-unquote, canon unit that leads that category to have a banner around it. You know what I mean?
But Vegito leads crossover. But that is a little different, though, because it's literally crossover, which is non-canon. Wait, but Gogeta's not canon. Well, I guess you mean main continuity.
Yeah, at non-heroes, I guess, is a better way to describe it.
Right. I mean, because think about it this way, right? On the category already, if this was a theoretical category of Daimao Realm characters, we have Super Mira, regular Toa, Darkness Toa, this new Goddess Toa, and then obviously we have Salsa as well now. We have the Fizz Deborah. We now have the new Deborah. We would also have Mechi Cabra, assuming that either they would do an old and a new card or a transforming one. There's also Poutine, Gravy. What's the other one? There's one more that I'm forgetting. I can't remember his name. I'm sorry. It's falling off the tip of my tongue. But that is quite a bit of characters, all things considered.
I do have an idea, honestly, though. Easy way to solve it. I feel like a perfect way to incorporate that, if anything, if you want to do that for either next year, a themed Heroes banner, an LR King Piccolo, or not LR, a Dokkan Fest youthful King Piccolo that leads the Daimao category. You know what I mean, right? Because then, not only would it include all of these guys from Heroes, it would by technicality include units like Kid Buu.
Gotcha.
Because Majins would qualify
Yeah, but then is that not just Majin Power?
That is the... I mean, to be fair, considering we have Heroes and crossover now, I wouldn't be surprised.
I guess that's true. There are some categories with some crossover.
And we already had... Quiet. We already had stuff like artificial life forms and
androids,
other stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, no,
I
I
feel like
got
they
you.
can make that work if they want to do like a themed banner like that.
Mm-hmm.
While also making something like Mechikabra a 150 lead for it or a 130.
Yeah, yeah. That would be
So you
cool.
can use him as the lead, or you have the actual unit that would come back more than once a year.
I mean,
I mean, solution to it is make them general pool, but I doubt it's going to happen,
yeah,
sadly.
I don't think it's gonna happen either.
If they
The
did make a general pool, then they have a perfect excuse for that.
Oh
Just
yeah,
make Mechikabra the leader, and boom,
yeah.
you're fine.
I think that the thing that most people were kind of disappointed by, the only thing, because I know a lot of people weren't disappointed by this, which was really great to see, is probably the lack of villains. Even though I'm glad that we got all the characters that we did, I know a lot of people were kind of hyping up the villains, considering we don't get too many villains. Ironic that BoJack is on his way next, but
Yar.
that is the only thing that I would say. It would be nice to have a balance between like 3 villains and 3 heroes for next time. You know
Yeah,
what
I agree. I feel like they did actually really well with the world mission, or not world mission, the prison planet one.
Agreed.
Few, Cumber, and Cooler were the villains, and then the 3 fusions were heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice split. I
Agreed.
feel like for this one though, it had to be like this unless they
Agreed.
added 2 more two more villains.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair though, we did have the free to play Salsa,
Mm-hmm.
who kind of bounces out a little bit. Not
True.
really, but just a little bit.
Well, I mean, Cumber also got a free-to-play card last time, too. Technically, 2, because the SSR and the TUR are different names.
True. I need to actually farm up the SSR.
I'm working on that, not as we speak, but I was doing it before.
Okay.
All right, so let me just spitball this out there, then.
Mhm.
Let me give you, and you can do this, too. Let me give you what I would want to see personally and what I think is more realistic, okay? So first we'll go like literally anything. Like I am Mr. Akatsuki, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So first card, okay. This is the only, by the way, Gogeta blue card that I will accept. You already know what I'm going to say. A Jiren hit and Gogeta team up card. The first triple card in the game.
Categories would be horrible.
Yes, but I don't care.
I mean,
again,
they have crossover, so
yeah. Again, keep in mind, this is just, you know, whatever I would want, like in a crazy sense.
yeah.
Supers, and this is the only other Vegito Blue I'll accept, by the way. Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 10 Vegito Blue has to happen. That should be in there, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Let me think about this. The Limit Breaker Super Saiyan Force, or just the Xeno Super Saiyan Force. At this point, as long as they get in there, I really don't care. But preferably the
Why not
Limit
have both?
Breaker. True. I mean, you could even have the SSR awaken into Limit Breaker, but maybe that would be a little bit too much. I don't know.
I mean, I would be fine with that if they awakened the current Xenos into Super Saiyan 4.
True.
Because then, like, I just feel it'd be. I just really want them to awaken, can you tell?
Yeah. So I guess that would probably cover my heroes units that I would want. Well, actually, no, I'm just going to spitball more characters. I don't care about a character limit here.
Go ahead.
God Trunks, I'm literally blown away that they didn't do him, considering he is the hero's poster boy at the moment. Absolutely blown away that they did not do him, but makes sense with the theming of this one. He is a must for being in the game. He is a huge player. I think a Xeno Pang card, like you said, would be fantastic.
She would be a great support type unit, honestly.
Yes, so good. Her design is obviously a
Very
great
good,
take
yeah.
on Pan's design. And we don't really have any good Pan cards bear B-Pan in the game. Well, I guess unless you count Fizz support Pan, but even
I mean,
nowadays...
either
she's
way,
still
her
kinda
name
whack.
would be Pan Xeno, so she wouldn't do anything when it
Yeah,
comes to that.
well, I just mean representation of the character more so.
No, I get you.
So there's that. Anything else I can think of for heroes specifically? I don't mean like Dragon Ball heroes. I mean like, the heroes of the story, not the villains. Not really. Unless Super Saiyan 4 Vegito ends up getting Limit Breaker. Probably not. I mean, I do think it would be cool. I don't know if we really need a Dark Broly. But it would be cool to get Dark Mask, Time Breaker, Full Power, Super Saiyan 4, Time Traveler, Black 3-star Dragon Ball Possessed. Broly. Specifically the one with the mask, not just like dark full power Broly.
Mm.
In that regard, Super Saiyan 3 Masked Saiyan would also be super cool.
Blaze, I want him. He's who I'm rooting for.
Yeah, I've wanted him for a while. He could honestly be his own Dokkan Fest at this point.
Mm.
And probably besides them, the only ones that would come to my mind are Beat and Note. Beat got robbed of a card, because, well, he only has an SSR, and it's, then he Dokkans into Great Saiyaman 4, which is cool, but Salsa could have been Beat, I'm just saying. Even though I'm glad that Salsa got it.
Still a complete shame that Beat is not on Pure Saiyans. Or Hybrid Saiyans, rather.
Well, he's a human.
Well, in the world mission where that Beat is from, he's technically a descendant of Goku.
Oh, I guess that's true.
World mission's weird.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because Beat's just a human kid in the Saiyan body in the hero's arcade game.
But in world mission, he actually goes Super Saiyan Blue outside of his avatar, which I don't understand. But hey,
Heroes. Anyway,
Heroes.
no, doesn't even have any representation
Yeah,
in the game.
no doesn't have anything. It's
What?
so sad.
How? You know what actually would be really cool? Now, this just kind of came to my mind, and then I'll talk about villains.
Yeah.
If they did a super big card with all of the main protagonists and all the main protagonist classes. There we go. Like,
Actually, no, would be cool to go off that idea. You know, what would be cool. Have for just how I am. You know how much of a sucker I am for free to play games.
yeah.
Free to play Avatar team
Oh,
led by the all of them together, and you could have like Froze, the Boo guy,
ooh,
Beat, Note,
ooh, the Piccolo guy.
Yeah. I feel like that could be amazing. That would be such a big event, but I want that. I feel like that is the best way to incorporate the units, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just make them all free, give them an easy A or something. And you can also have the Beat and Note specifically be like you can honestly adapt Goku and Frieza into a free-to-play form where they go through all their transformations up to UI.
Yeah. That's what I was saying too. I was thinking it would have been cool to have a dual Beat and Note card.
Yeah, that could also work. They share enough stuff to work together, honestly.
Yeah. No, it would have been sick. Because they could have done like Beat and Note, and then they could have done like the Namekian race, the God race, the Boo race, the Android race, and then like the
that could be
Frieza
very
race.
good. There's a lot of potential with the player characters.
Yeah,
which I really
100%.
like.
So there's that. Even though well, actually, no. Technically, some of the player characters are technically villains, I think. But in terms of villains, speaking of which, my boy Mechi Cabra literally got robbed this celebration. He should have had a card. I really like his old design, and his new design is cool too. Funny enough, that's like the only old character in Dragon Ball that I like better than their like young form. It's just cool. He's terrifying, and I love it. So there's him. Deborah's design is cool, but again, I kept saying, bro, I really wish it would have been Kid Buu when he absorbed Deborah, because he gets a sword.
Yeah, and he has the sword.
Yes, there's also when he absorbs Janemba, so that would have also been really cool to see. Again, we have all of the designs for the Dark Dragon Ball villains that are a possibility. There's Frieza. We have Cell, and then, by proxy, Cell X, that disgusting monster. Could you imagine that in Dokkan? That'd be crazy.
Hey, there's also the Dark Shadow Dragons.
Yes, there's the Dark Shadow Dragons now. That's a thing.
Would those
Obviously,
guys classify for Shadow Dragons technically?
I don't know.
I mean, technically, Future Saga includes Dragon Ball Super, so
I don't know.
it would work.
Yeah, that would be interesting. All of those guys, besides Menchi Cabra, he's probably the villain that I want the most. Like you said,
even over Hearts.
Oh, how could I forget about Hearts? Yeah, I'm so stinky brainer, bro. Hearts is the villain that I want the most. Why? How did I forget him? Yeah, Heart's transforming one that goes from his form with the coat.
Yeah. Okay. Can I take over the conversation a bit here?
Sure.
That ever since Sealess, I wanted them to do more transforming heroes units.
Agreed.
Because can you imagine a Cronoa that goes into her Time Unleashed form?
Yeah.
There could be a base form few that goes into super few. A Toa that transforms like from her Goddess 1 to Goddess 2 form. Have a Kid Buu that absorbs the Bora and then Janemba.
That would be cool. That would be really cool.
And here's the cool thing. Sure, they could have already done this, but with the promotional anime too, they have so many sound like voice lines and sound clips
Yes,
with use of
active skills.
Yeah,
I
like
love that.
I feel like it could just do so well. Like it's just I want it. I want it so bad. More transformation units would be great.
Yeah.
Because right now, Seals is the only one.
True. Yeah, that would be cool. I don't think that they would do Hearts parentheses
Angel.
kick the bucket. Yeah. But that would be cool. I don't know how they would incorporate that though. But more, I would definitely want though like Hearts into his big boy transformation. And then if they're not going to do a transforming one, just give the big boy transformation.
What I'm worried about the most is like I remember you mentioned Gogeta. The only thing with that is I feel like for those specifically, they have to have parentheses heroes.
Yeah.
Or something on the card. Because, like, I want a Jiren from that arc.
Well, the card would be
tag team or not.
Well, the card would be Gogeta and Hit
all,
and Jiren.
Yeah, if you have a tag team with all of them, that obviously mends the problem. But if we're talking about like solo cards, you have to have like something to differentiate them. Because obviously the Jiren that fought with them against Hearts isn't the same one that fought UI Goku. So
yeah, well, I mean technically it is
differentiation. Well, yeah, it is, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
there has to be some sort of like name like discrepancy a bit.
Right.
Like how they did Super Gogeta for Janemba movie, and did Super Saiyan Gogeta for Dragon Ball Super Broly. Like there has to be something like that there. I feel.
Right. The only thing why I think that they won't do that is simply because I think when it comes to canon characters, they would rather just focus on their canon appearances for cards. I almost kind of agree with that because to an extent then that allows for more of heroes' wacky transformations in characters to thrive in Dokkan that we wouldn't normally get because we'll get another Jiren at some point, but we probably won't get another version of this
that's
or
also
that.
something I was kind of sad. Like as much as I do want those, I feel like because they're canon and they're like pretty much unchanged, they probably won't become characters like in Dokkan because we already have the characters.
And not to mention, Heroes has never done a character that's technically canon. Or at least a form that I believe is technically canon. I don't know. You could
be honest, I feel like we all would be a bit disappointed. Like a bit, like just a little bit disappointed if our first standalone Gogeta Blue was a Heroes one.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Just
I mean, they could make a Gogeta Blue and take essays from Heroes, but just don't call it Heroes if they really wanted to do that.
True. Like I said, the idea of a hit Jiren and Gogeta Blue like trio card, I feel like would be over the top, but it could work. But the categories and links would be god awful, but I still want it.
Oh yeah,
it can at least work under Heroes and crossover, which is all you really need.
Agreed.
I do feel like a Hit and Jiren though, like a dual card for them, I feel like would work perfectly because they have similar links already. Their categories would be a bit wonky unless they start doing the Legends route and just give them all the tags or like all the categories, like like category Universe 7, Universe 11. Wait.
I mean, okay, actually, I thought of one more villain that I would want to see. An easy clap, and again, kind of a dumb decision. Merge Zamasu with his new form, or revived somehow.
Does it have a name? Does that Merge Zamasu form have a name? Like a special name? Let's find out.
Zamasu Angel. Wait a minute.
Zamasu Pirate.
I mean, you could say Zamasu Reborn, I guess.
Maybe. Let's see. Do they have a special name for him?
Because I
Or
mean, like that is the
full?
thing, though. Like you, in that regard, even if they did do like BoJack from the new saga or like
Mm-hmm.
Turles, they wouldn't have a different name because they're just like Turles without the Scouter and BoJack redesigned.
Would they not technically be Turlizina?
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Never mind.
Obviously does the Masu Xeno. Doi. We're
Nice.
we're both just smooth brain right now.
Smooth brain. Um, but anyhow, no, yeah, that would be really cool to see. Those are
Mhm.
all characters I would love to see. Is there any before I move on to what I think is actually realistic? Is there anything that you would want to see, that I didn't mention?
I mean, honestly, like I said, transforming cards like a hearts to super hearts, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You already know I want the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock that puts on the mask.
Mm-hmm.
Be beautiful. Off the top of my head, not you pretty much said most of what I'd want, honestly.
Let's go. Um, so let's do this to wrap
Mm-hmm.
up this segment and then move on to the celebration part.
Mm-hmm.
Let's pick 6 units that we think are realistic for the next celebration. So this will also be fun too because we can go
Mm-hmm.
back to this video and try and see if any of our selections were correct.
I want
Um,
to give you your take first, then I'll
okay.
give my pick.
So the thing is, right, obviously by next year, we have no idea what will be going on in the promotional anime and what will be going on in Dragon Ball Heroes itself. Because, of course, who knows, they could do one that's themed to the promotional anime that's going on then, if it's still even going on, or they could do one that's
Mm.
just related more so to Heroes in general. Because really, the only ones that I would say are like related to what's currently going on in Heroes, or at least that are episodes that have been more released, they're kind of references or players in that, would be Vegito and Gohan. Because
Mm-hmm.
Super Saiyan 4 Bardock and Broly have not been around in a little bit, and that specific form of Toa, I don't think. So if I had to take a shot in the dark, all right, let me think about this. So 6 characters, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Hearts. I think
Mm-hmm.
Hearts is definitely an easy pick because he is a Hero's original villain. That is not just like a different form of a character from Dragon Ball Z, Super GT, or Dragon Ball. He's
Mm-hmm.
completely original. So there's that. I as much as I would love a transforming one, realistically, I think it would probably be his final form only.
Yeah.
Because how they're doing with this with Toa. At this rate, Toa will have every form in the game before Hearts gets in.
That.
But I think that they'll probably do Hearts' final form.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Other villains, because I feel like we need to balance it out a little bit. I really want to say merge Zamasu, but I almost feel like that the Dark Emperor Few, or whatever that final form of Few is called, Few parentheses Dapper, um,
Yeah.
is probably more likely. I will say I am kind of surprised that we haven't gotten a Xenoverse Few.
Oh, yeah, this is the universe, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
It is kind of interesting to me that we have not gotten that form yet, but we'll see. So I think like Dark Emperor Few, or whatever that form is called. Um, I'm gonna say God Trunks,
Mm-hmm.
because I think that he's pretty likely, all things considered. I don't know if they'll give him the ridiculous Keyblade or not, though that would be cool. Oh boy, it's so hard to pick like relevant heroes, like non-villain characters, because
Mm-hmm.
obviously since this was themed, it's probably a little bit better to go off of past banners, and obviously the past banners don't really make sense because all the heroes from the
Yeah.
last one were like older, and then there was literally only 2 on the one before that, being the Xeno Super Saiyan 3s.
Yeah.
So God Trunks 100%. What do I have so far? Hearts and Few, Trunks,
Mm-hmm.
Xenopan. I'm gonna say that she's gonna be on there since she has been in the more recent
Okay.
arcs. I really want to say the two Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4s.
So that would be 7 units then?
No, that would be 6. So it would be Hearts, Few, the Limit Breakers, Pan, and Trunks. I didn't count Zamasu.
Two villains. Okay.
That is gonna be my guess. I kind of. That's realistic. I definitely think the Merge Zamasu could be a contender for a spot. I don't think there's any other Super Saiyan 4 that they could add to also round out the category, because I was kind of thinking about that too, besides the Xenos, obviously.
Gotcha.
So I
Okay.
think that's, yeah, I think that's going to be my guess.
Okay. All right. So my guess is a bit more of a hodgepodge kind
Okay.
of like how the past Prison Planet banner was.
Okay.
So I think a Hearts, obviously.
Let's go.
I think a duo. What was his name? Kami and Orin. That become Kami Orin, like their huge form, or whatever.
Wait, I never realized that. They just combined their names
Yeah,
for their
pretty
fusion?
much.
That's so stupid. Anyway.
And also, I'm going to go by the logic of 4 of the units TUR and the other 2 are just SSR, kind of like. And then this might be an interesting pick. A just SSR. What's her name? Lagus, or I guess their English name Rags.
Okay. The glass girl. Yeah.
And then on the other side, probably my best bet would be a Xenopan that's just an SSR, a God Trunks, and a Blue Kaioken Vegeta. Only because they wouldn't do regular Vegeta from the time he fought Few, because he was just base, but him being Kaioken would also be a callback to Prison Planet, while him still being relevant to the universe creation aspect of the saga banner.
Interesting.
Okay. So that's my guess.
And that would not share a name with any character because it would be Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so say it one more time.
Hearts, dual Orin and Kami, Lagus, Xenopan, God Trunks, and Blue Kaioken Vegeta.
Okay, so that's 6 unit. Okay. And then I said Hearts, Few. Who's the other villain that I said? I don't remember.
You only put 2.
Really? Oh yeah, because then it was God Trunks, Xeno, and the 2 Limit Breakers. That's right. Okay, bro. Listen, I still want Kippu with the sword.
I respect it.
But no, that's gonna be my guess. Because the thing is, I think we do have some good headliner units in both of ours, because I feel like at this point in how they do the Heroes banners, it's important to have some big players. Like last time, I would say the big players are probably Cumber and Cooler. This time around, obviously Vegito and Broly, and then the time before that, it would have been the Super Saiyan 3 Xenos. So, good stuff all around. All right, so our final thing that I wanted to kind of discuss with you. So now that we've had a taste of what even more that Heroes can offer in terms of events, what do you think next time around they're going to do in terms of events?
I mean, like I said, honestly, I want a free-to-play team for Heroes based off the avatars. I didn't realize how much I wanted until the idea popped into my head.
Here,
but I want it.
Let's do this. Let's do wildest dreams and then realistic.
I mean, I don't know. I think that's pretty realistic, to be honest.
Fishy. Okay.
What about you?
Well, I don't even mean just like story event. I mean like Dokkan event, the time patrol thing. I mean like everything.
I mean, I really don't know what they could bring. They could bring out literally anything is the thing. I'm not sure. I don't think I could envision I don't think I have the imagination to think what they could bring.
Well, for the past last time, excuse me, we did get because the longest Heroes event at the moment is the World Mission event. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The past two times though, we've gotten a stage that has medals for the new
And the character drop.
yeah, and then the character drop. So if they're comfortable with that, they might just keep doing that. I would love to see them expand that a little bit more.
I agree.
The World Mission event had 8 stages, but then again, that's like the whole World Mission story.
Mm.
So there's that. I think that they'll probably do something like that for a free to play character. I mean, I guess it would kind of depend on the arc. Poutine would actually be a good choice for that, considering we have Salsa. And she would also kind of fit with this arc's theme, you know, when they fight Black Janemba. That would be a decent choice for a free to play card. I would love that Heroes team, like you said, though. That would be like, oh, big boy dream. If they're gonna keep it up like they did with Vegito, I kind of assume that they'll have a Dokkan Fest, right, for whatever the bigger unit is on the banner. I do think that all things considered, I don't think that this is a hot take, but Super Saiyan 4 Vegito is probably the most popular Heroes character out of all of the ones that we have in Dokkan at the moment. So it kind of makes sense that he's the one who got a Dokkan event all to his own. So I think they could definitely do that for next time. You know, if we were going with my idea, I definitely think that a God Trunks event would work well. And then even in that event,
I think a God Trunks event and a Hearts event would be good if we're doing like my idea, honestly.
true. Or I mean, you could have Vegito Blue too.
Well, it depends because I feel like God Trunks would be more relevant to Heroes since he is a poster boy, basically.
Right, but I mean, we're also talking about hype factor.
Fair.
Yeah, because keep in mind, even though we care about Heroes and its relation to Dokkan, some people are just like, you know, they only care about the Dokkan side of things and the characters are added in.
Fair.
So, you know, that would make sense regardless to have a Dokkan event in some fashion. I think that they should definitely keep doing that. I would love to see if they would have more story events. Because again, that's the thing as well with Heroes that I think is like, you know, and one thing that I think is just so frustrating with Dokkan overall is that there is like so much untapped potential in like events and how hard they could go on some events, and sometimes they definitely don't go all out as they could.
Yeah.
Like this whole like saga with Mechi Cabra is long. Like, holy cow. And they only gave it 2 stages, bro? Like, are you kidding me?
No, that is fair, yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
So like that could be so much longer, you know. They could definitely do more free to play units, all things considered as well. I was quite surprised by the Time Patrol event. I think a really cool counterpart to that could be if they did do like a Daimao Lord event version of that, right? Like the Heroes version of that event, which would be, you know, the Time Patrollers, then the Villains version of that, which would be the Daimaos. That could work really well if they wanted to keep that style of event. I think that would be really cool. I do think that like if they wanted to implement a really cool new like game mechanic, and I don't know if they would really want to keep it specifically just for this event, but I mean, when it boils down to it, the gameplay of Heroes is quick time events and just pressing the button at the right time, right? Could you imagine if they somehow combined that in? I mean, it's a little bit different, but they kind of have something like that with the Dokkan mode.
True.
Could you imagine if like maybe your attacks do more if you could time it right or something like that on a certain event?
On some One Piece Treasure Cruise memes.
Yeah, for real. That would be cool. But it would only be like for that one event, obviously, because I don't think that
Yeah.
they would keep that sort of thing. Though I don't know if they'd introduce a whole new mechanic for one event, but it'd be cool. Again, they could go hard, but they don't. In that regard, anyway. But
Yeah.
I think that definitely they should keep up this trend with these multiple new events, because I think that was definitely something the Heroes has been lacking in the past. The first banner, there was literally no Heroes events.
Yeah.
The second banner also didn't have any events. And World Mission was the first one to bring any kind of event related to Heroes. And then obviously we got the Prison Planet event, and now we have all of this. So I think they should definitely keep it up with the more content heavy side of things when it comes to Heroes, because then they can have a true hero celebration. You know what I mean?
True. No, I can agree with that.
Yeah, rather than just a banner. All right. Do you have anything else to say on this topic? Because I do have one more thing before we hop out of here.
No, I think I'm good, honestly.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So,
Go off.
now I'm going to ask you this too, because I already kind of have an answer for this question.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to happen, but if there is to be a part 2 to this celebration on JP and I guess part 3 on Global, what would you like to see? It could be content, it could be banner, whatever.
I'm honestly not sure. I really have no idea.
Interesting. Nothing, bro?
I'm literally drawing a blank, honestly. Do you have any ideas?
Well, so the biggest thing that I think that they could do, honestly, please not another banner, even though I would love more Heroes units in the game right now. I don't think anybody is ready for that right now. Also wouldn't make sense considering Bojack is on the way. But I think, and maybe this wouldn't necessarily be another part to the celebration, but it would be kind of like, what was that one celebration where they just kind of added to the story events, and they weren't like calling it a new part, but they were just like, hey, here's a little bit of additional stuff.
350 million?
Yeah.
I believe.
I think it would be really cool if what they could do is they add a little bit more to the Mechicabra story event, and then maybe they give a free-to-play Mechicabra there.
Ooh.
I think that would be
have
perfect.
Tim Easy A with Salsa.
Yeah. Oh,
Change the area.
yes. Actually, listen, as much as I hate Extreme Z areas, that would be the only one I would play. I'd do it for the boys, bro. That would be really, really cool. Yeah, I would definitely be for that. And then, if they really wanted to, you know, that could be a nice setup if they eventually wanted to easy A some units. You know, because I mean, at this point, like, Baby Janemba's kind of like,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Even though he awakens, they could use that as like a hero's easy A area.
Yeah, I agree. That would be dope.
That could be cool. So making the best out of a stinky situation, aka easy A areas. I
don't know about you, but
listen, bro. I know we have different opinions on that, but listen, you understand what I'm getting at here.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah, so I think that would be super, super cool. But I'm pretty sure that's literally everything that I had that I wanted to discuss with you, unless you can think of anything else, anything vaguely Heroes related.
I mean, I'm pretty content, honestly. I think we discussed a lot.
Content, you say? Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. Because I want to talk about it for 2 more hours. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, my goodness.
Nonetheless, though, very, very good stuff. I'm glad that we got all
Let us know
this
what you guys think of what we said, your predictions on any new units, all that.
Yes, please let us know. If you would like to, I think a really cool thing with the units, like you said, maybe do exactly what we did, like a dream team for a Heroes banner, and then like what you think would be a little bit more realistic.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know what you guys think.
Yes, please.
Definitely want to hear it.
I really want to hear it. I just want to hear more about Heroes, baby.
Okay, calm down, simp.
Listen, bro. Dragon Ball Heroes collab for every celebration. Am I right?
I mean, hey, at least you're simping over the right things, unlike a certain few people in the community.
What?
Hmm.
Gotcha. Huh?
Wait, what?
I didn't say anything.
I don't know.
I was just coughing.
Sure.
Anyway, though, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, we really, really appreciate it. We hope you enjoyed this Heroes extravaganza. I'm going to be a real sad boy when all this Heroes stuff dies down. So I'm going to have to ride off the hype while I still can. Make the most out of it, while I still have it in my grasp before Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta waits bye-bye for a long time.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, that banner is going to be here for mad long. I know I was saying it on my stream, but man, that banner is going to be here till the 12th. That's like 1, 2, about 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's a long boy.
That's crazy. And it came Wednesday, so it's already been here for like half a week-ish already.
That's crazy.
Crazy stuff. All right, well, we hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Again, by the next episode, we should have a fresh new look on things, so I hope you guys will enjoy that as well. It'll be the same format as the podcast, as always. We're not going anywhere. We're just going to be, putting on a little bit of a different coat of paint, a different Photoshop layer, if you will.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I think it'll look good. I'm very excited to see how it turns out. We got the same artist on the job as well, so the style won't be changing or anything like that. And now, Kayvon will actually have like art of like his character and not just Boot.
You'll have to see what that is eventually.
Do I sense matching Discord icons here?
Oh, you know it.
Let's go. All right, boys.
Well, with that, you want to...
Discord cut you off, but I already know what you said. From all of us here at the Extreme Z Podcast, stay safe out there, ladies and gentlemen, and we will see you in the next one.
Take care, everyone.